home to trillions. At the core of humanity's territory, there's a golden age. But outside of this newly won utopia, the revolutionary project continues. Hey, just you right there. Looks so pretty. Hey, everybody, and welcome back to Tears of Divinity Fading Chronicle here on Neon Lights Roleplay. I have the honor and pleasure of being your handler for the evening. I am Turk or Turk Accented. If you've been taking notes. A quick note before we begin. Planetary is at its core a story about humanity and fighting back the evils of the old ages. And so, those evils will need to be confronted. The players you see on your screen here do have a direct line to me in order to communicate any discomfort, but you, in the audience, if you're ever experiencing any difficulties, please note that Savage 21st is capable of providing exfil at the nearest blink gate, the simplest click of an X, minimize, or mute button, whatever you need for this particular moment. So, if that does happen, I would encourage you to take some time, refresh, full repair, and get back in the field when you can. We'll all be right back here waiting for you. There's never any rush. I feel like my computer's actually going to fall if I do that. So, anyway, while I may be at the helm tonight, I am not alone at the wheel, as there is an incredible group of industrious storytellers here to entertain you in the mud and blood of the Lancer storytelling system. Starting, of course, if I could have them introduce themselves with Philly's finest.
Good evening, darlings. It's Young Foxy, aka Big Foxy, also known as your favorite fox, Philly's finest, coming to you live with my favorite idiot I've missed playing, the ever-aspiring ensign, Ragey Draws, Galaxy's greatest D1 crash out, and making that everybody else's problem.
Hey everybody, I'm Legendary Vermin. I'm here once again, delivering to you 100% unadulterated symbiosis ads. The team's lovable, cutesy weapons specialist. I just want to say Happy Pride Month, everybody. My first stream on Pride Month. Trans rights are human rights. Yeah, let's get into it.
Hello, I am Megan or Meg Mysteria, and I am playing, well, once again, as always, Elena Victoria. I just saw what our socials post was, and I'm concerned. So that's where we're at right now.
I thought there was more. Hi, it's me, Danny's Corner, playing Talon, our local non-binary fakest, I don't give a fucker, mechanic weirdo, and I'm excited because I get to play with my friends again, and I miss you all very much.
Ah, we got a Danny back! I'm so fucking stoked!
Oh my goodness.
So, that brings it back up to me, which means we need to do that fun thing where I say last time. Because last time we left our pilots, they were having a little time to talk with the press, talk with the locals, test the waters, see how things are flowing and rolling, and, get a little bit more stuck in for some fighting. That all being said, with a fresh batch of, prisoners, given that is the technical term here, and a need to probably get a few repairs in. I don't think I messed anyone up too much this session. We will join everybody as you return to the Union Forward operating base. Just as the music ends too. Nice. So, players, you've all just returned from a difficult mission. You can let me know if you would immediately be doing anything in particular, but consider the scene yours.
I imagine we are stomping our way back into our ready bay in our metal titans as proper and dismounting to debrief. And I was gonna find like another D word, decompress. There we go. We'll go with that one. So yeah, I think it's probably standard scene as usual. Virtual iconoclast. Yeah, that it doesn't have D robe. We got a D robe.
Dees robe?
D robe.
These robe or that robe?
Okay. All right. I imagine the virtual iconoclast, which I finally made a new look for by late attempted on Discord already, is kind of like stomping on its sort of like long digitigrated legs into the kind of hangar and will like, eventually stop, slump somewhat. There's a vent as like several steams, several like vents open up and a sort of wash of steam pushes out from them. Eventually the chest compartment sort of like splits, fragmentalizes and pops open as eventually Reiji just kind of like lower himself down on a lift wire. He does wait until he hits the ground to the cord does run long enough into the cockpit. He hits the ground first and then unplugs, watching his arm slump down and his eye kind of stop or lose a lot of focus. Well, that happened.
Jonesy, hey, hey, down.
I am having the hardest fucking time remembering like what
Get down.
the game state was when we walked away last time. Was this another one where you nearly got turned into a fine schmear on the ground?
Honestly, no, I really wasn't that bad at the end of last combat. I was pretty solid.
Okay.
We got out of combat and we made it to that like black market like
I remember
pop
that.
shop. Yeah, no,
And
as
then
far as combat,
I talked to cultists or
Yes.
union workers. I can't
Okay.
remember which.
So the big
Collective,
thing to remember,
collective.
in association with Reiji was that he had time dilation bullshit happen. And
Oh,
he
yeah,
reacted
right.
to like a sniper shot, and we all kind of reacted, and there wasn't an
I
actual
remember that.
sniper.
Yeah, fuck, right. No, you're so right. That did happen. My bad.
No, that's important. I think Sim has put in a request for concussion protocol on Reiji.
That's so irritating.
So real.
I imagine there are like medics swarming me as soon as I get out of the fucking mech, and I'm like, oh.
Well, yeah, Cyber's 21st is primarily a medical aid ship, so there is a team with a cart that, or with like a, I feel like it's sort of they kind of let you lay down on almost like a sideways gurney that then sits down into a chair as you put weight on it, so they can just keep rolling you as needed. Because it's not like you need to be, your limbs need to be stabilized in any way, shape, or form. But they're just, they're just kind of walking and talking, and hi, Ensign Reiji, could you clarify for me your call sign, if you have one?
Toa. Toa.
Dodo. Okay. And could you, why don't you list off for me two other squad mates you have on the team and their call signs?
Symbiosis adds call sign Arsenic. Elena Victore, call sign Legacy.
Great. You feeling any ringing in the ears, nausea?
Oh, right. You changed call signs recently, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
No. So was that right? Was that just wrong entirely?
You were just wrong.
Fuck! Oh, it's bad. Damn it! I'm not justifying. Fuck! Alright, well, I'm keeping that. I'm just gonna keep the fuck up. Fuck it. Oh, well, too bad. Sorry, Turkey, last question?
Yeah, and could you tell me what planet you're currently stationed on?
We're on Tremu, yes. That was an out-of-character thing. Sorry, just to make
Yeah.
sure I had that right. I'm like, I'm not gonna fuck this up again. I feel like he knows that enough, and knows that at least.
Get down.
Yeah.
Tremu, Sing system.
Great. Okay, we're just gonna roll you into a real quick scan, and then we'll get you right back to wherever you need to be. I absolutely am.
My left hand still works. You want to find out how well?
Ooh.
If you're being combative, we can have you restrained.
He's going to ball his fist.
Sim pops up at that moment.
Reiji, please, for me. It's a few minutes, just to make sure that you didn't get rattled too much in there. We've been on a long combat deployment, and none of us have gotten adequate medical checks.
Fine.
Thank you. And she'll give Reggie a little kiss on the forehead. Mwah.
Slowly sit himself down.
Yeah, you kind of quickly, like a machine's brought over to you and kind of fits onto the chair, and very quick. It's like if you've been to a dentist recently, they have the kind of quick little X-rays they can do now. It just goes over once, and almost like a printer. Comes up, you see, a readout comes onto all the text, little PDAs or whatever, however they choose to get their information. There's like a brief moment where it goes, what the. And then they flip to, right. Okay, sorry. Everything's looks fine as of your last scan. Yes, you can tell like a few of the attendings aren't like assistants are kind of comparing and like trying to figure out.
Can I throw in a thing for the comparative?
Sure.
So if the camera gets like a view on it, you know how when you observe certain kinds of particles, they like flatten their sense of possibility?
Yes.
I love the idea that like Reiji's neurology does that.
That's cool.
So
I
like
that.
The first there are parts of that first swipe of scan where it looks like there's like 4 different slices of brain next to each other, and then when it wipes back, it settles into one.
It's that, and I would say, Sim, you're not being occluded from, no one's blocking your view. It does look like there's almost like calcification of like a membrane, like as if the nerves going through Reiji's brain have a bit more mass them than perhaps they should. Like, I don't know, nanobots that have formed a chain and have replaced certain nervous structures. But that was in the old scans too, so it's fine. Even nanites, perhaps.
I've never been more okay, by the way, friends. So
No knights.
Okay. Yeah, I know.
Only
We fucking killed our knight.
So true.
Did I?
And that's why we're here.
Did I?
Or
I
did, actually. I absolutely
Yeah,
did.
that's
I was going to make
100%
this
what
whole
you
big...
did.
Well, was it the repercussions of your act? Anyway. If you never thought of the night to begin with, if we all agreed to not play this game, he would still be alive. By saying, hey, we're in season 2, you killed him. 1 episode, established character, end the season. Anyway, but yeah, they're very quick to kind of look at Sim and everything checks out. If you could let Commander Victore know, we'll send a full report. But
Wait, Commander Victore?
Isn't that the lieutenant?
If
Captain's
you're
higher
talking about
rank than me
Elena,
again.
it's lieutenant.
Lieutenant Victore, that your squad's all clear, unless there's anything else you need us to check out. As far as we have been briefed, all green flag. And just look after yourself. And they, the chair assists you standing up and the whole thing, They'll cart off and get right back to work while there's...
All right. Now that there's no need to worry about that, can we all just come out of our mechs and talk that we were planning on doing in the first place?
Talon has not left their mech yet.
Sim pressing doorbell emoji appears on the comm speed inside the mech. Ring bong, ring bong.
You're an actual doorbell sound. Like a little bell. And over the comms you hear Talon go, hello? Yeah, I don't know what that was either. What's up?
Well, mission's over, so you want to come out of there and get some fresh air?
Not really.
Yeah, okay, stupid question. You should come out so we can talk about what the fuck just happened.
Silence.
Should I make
Talon,
this
please
is
come out of the mech.
This is Mimi. Should I make a note of the general uncleanliness of not leaving and scrubbing one's cockpit between missions, or is that not needed right now?
I think that's a tangential issue.
Right, okay.
Reggie's going to walk over to the front of the realist and like stare at the cockpit section of it and just, you really doing this, kid?
I will...
Hi, Raiders.
Hi, Raiders. Hello.
Yo, gang, what's up?
Hey!
Yo, welcome, welcome.
Settle in. We are gonna dive right back into some drama.
I will. There's a bit of like silence for just like a couple like more seconds, and then over the comms, you hear, Elena, are you there? Why does my voice keep changing? I don't know. Elena,
Yes.
are we having a debrief right now?
I would say that, yeah.
Okay.
So am I to take this as you're still not talking to him?
I have no idea what you mean.
Alright.
And you all hear an over excessive amount of police and dings and things inside from the cockpit. It was very beep 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 beep. It's sort of like that. And then you all see a little elevator. The little Talon's usual elevator pop out from the side and lower them down. There with their canes who are just chilling. As they walk out, they push their hair back a little bit. It looks like they were on the tail end of like trying to fix themselves a little bit. And they say, I'm here.
Thanks for joining us. You in one piece?
Instead of looking at themselves, they look at their mech.
You took some pretty heavy hits out there. That was good fighting.
They nod. I know.
It's, you ain't really been with us long, but you're starting to really get the hang of what we do, so sure ain't bad having you. Fuck, Talon, I'm bad at this.
I know. Like, horrible, actually.
Alright, so why don't we just skip the bullshit and you tell me what you want?
This conversation feels very familiar, and I feel like I already got my answer. Aren't we debriefing?
Yeah. Yeah, we are. Victoria, you coming out? Let's get this done.
As soon as I find which button I muted.
What?
Out of character. Out of character.
Dude, where's the open cockpit button? Fuck, shit. Yep.
Yep, on your 6.
So, usual debrief question. Do we loop it into horror immediately, or do we just check this out amongst ourselves first and figure out some answers and then take it from there?
consolidate, then loop in Inahara.
I'll find somewhere to talk then.
Sim, I don't know what role Sim has always played on the team. I actually imagine this like something to do where like after mission he would always just like book a conference room or like a debrief place. And
Makes
like
sense.
Sim it does not have the same I want to say like orderly mind that Leon probably did. So she didn't do it in advance, like when they were coming back. She does it like right now, so like the only options are kind of shitty. But we have a room to go to.
Opens door, sees like half blinking light. There's like 2 chairs and a table. It's like, yeah, this will do.
It's a janitor's closet.
You know what? We'll take it.
Yeah, it's like a mixed use room right now.
We got
Clearly
Gen Room 112.
Somebody had just like used it for yoga half an hour ago. It smells like foam and feet.
Oh, it's
Oh,
like extra hot. They haven't, they were doing hot yoga in there too.
Oh.
The worst.
Oh.
Anyway, you guys have a space where there is an appropriate amount of spaces to perch or sit. I don't.
It still beats the Kingfisher for now.
You
Alright.
all, Talon will sit down at whatever seat is available, and you see that they're immediately they're digging through their whatever little satchel or like pouches they have, like metal scraps and stuff like that, and it looks like they're trying to assemble something very quickly. I don't know if you allow this, Turk, but they're trying to make like a mini fan. It's really hot. It's
I
really
mean,
hot.
yeah,
It's
sure.
great. They make and like, and I'll say it out loud when they finish, but it's probably Rage who's able to tell what they're making first. As
Yep.
they're like establishing things. They're getting like a spinning, like a hand spinning fan that's activated with like a pull lever essentially.
Yep, I think Reggie just like quirks an eyebrow a bit, but then again just shakes his head somewhat. This is just Talon. This. It's like, yep, no, old habits die hard, of course. But also knows that they're not talking to him right now, and so is like, not gonna address that right now. Instead, we'll simply just give a long sigh and, all right, you all know I'm shit at these, so I'm using the wrong hand. All right, so you know I'm all shit at these, so run through what the fuck happened, I guess.
The prisoners that we captured, have we already turned them over to appropriate custody?
I assume that upon entering, they were cordoned off and are awaiting further, well, questioning, not interrogation. Interrogation would break union conventions.
Yeah.
You don't want the DOJ HR on you.
No.
Never that.
What?
I sure don't.
Department of Justice and Human Rights is the latest addition to third. I looked this up today,
Yep.
just ahead of this.
Oh.
It's what separates third column from second column, really. Second
Good
column.
old human rights. A
Who
later
would've thought, right?
addition to the modern.
Listen,
empire.
conquer the galaxy first. Human rights, if we get time for it. Don't worry about it. We'll get there. Any case,
Still,
like, yeah, we're doing human rights and only human rights,
we're
not
doing,
whatever the fuck these
exactly.
things
That's what I was about to
are.
say.
Specifically, human rights, actually, and maybe
Really,
even
it's
some
such a
human
Reddit-
wrongs while we're at it.
It's such a Reddit thing to be. Actually, it's non-human persons, not non-human humans. So
Any case.
you guys, they were the squad of 4 that you brought in has been cordoned off. So yeah,
That'll give us some info so we can talk to them. Make time for that once we're done here.
So from a combat perspective, things went fairly well across the board, from what I remember.
Can't argue with that.
Sorry, that's not character voice. This is me, Vermin, trying to remember what the hell happened.
No, it's
You're both equally adorable, so it's hard to tell.
Stop it. I'm trying to remember the information that I got as part of talking to the cult.
So, I will note you did not speak to the cult because there is a cult. That's the Lightless Sun. I should note you were speaking to a member of the collective, which is to say,
Which is the
kind
Tribal
of
Union.
vanguardist union type under the
yeah.
Conductor Zalea, and like,
Yes.
hey, yeah, we're all trying to fight for the same thing. But you were given notice about a passing whisper nightclub where you could maybe, it's kind of like a collective controlled haunt, blow off steam, sort of come as you are and chill spot that,
Yeah.
an opium of the people sort of thing.
Yeah.
If you
so
want to get into it.
And have they been working with the Lightless Sun?
It seems like all of these factions are vaguely united right now. It is hard to tell where closer loyalties lie, but as it stands, Lightless Sun is in cooperation with any opposing forces to the Trimu Defense Forces.
Okay.
Interesting.
So our issue right now is our de facto alliance with local government.
Somewhat, yes. I feel like.
repeat
Sorry, go ahead.
repeat that. Sorry.
One of our biggest issues in terms of peace brokering is our alliance, our de facto alliance with local governing forces.
Got it.
Yeah.
Like, we are working closely enough with them that we appear as allies to them, but there is nothing saying necessarily within our work
ROI,
that we cannot
ROE.
help the collective in opposition to potentially like Lightless Sun or something.
Mm-hmm.
The Union is
Right.
considered net neutral.
Yeah.
Yeah. Union's not considered neutral right now because we're working with Trimu Defense Force.
True.
It would be to our benefit to maybe not in the process alienate Trimu Defense Force, but demonstrate that Union is willing to work alongside other factions, as long as it's not Lightless Sun, because Lightless Sun is a fucking death cult rewriting people's memories. Not
On
that
that
the
note-
Trimu Defense Force is necessarily doing anything better, but I'm just like,
Yes. No, I agree. On that note, before we
Spitballing
jump
here.
back into character, because I want to make sure that I remember this. Oh, Meg, you also spoke to someone last session.
I spoke to the Lapata.
Yes, I remembered. I remember now.
I was thinking I was
And
going to
there-
talk about it as well, so I'm glad you remembered.
Yeah.
Yes, Meg, you spoke to someone as well who gave us some interesting info. I remember.
I remember talking to him and getting some information about how the corporations below were working, I think. And mostly got that he would contact me if SSC came up and tried
Yes.
anything.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember. I recall this.
yeah, because we heard that SSC was trying to interfere on Trimu.
Yeah, they were
from,
working. They were
from
working
the
their
press, right? Basically.
Yeah, so you were asked rather during your questioning, like there are rumors. Could you clarify that you're here to support SSC interests or Union interests? It's evident apparently that SSC has been invested into this planet,
Mhm.
and so like now you show up, a lot of people feel like smoke follows fire.
Yeah.
Fire follows.
I get what you mean. I get what you mean. I get what you mean.
Me being
We're
who
there.
I am is also a problem. in
Oh,
that.
we're gonna get to
there's
that.
smoke.
We're gonna get there. We're gonna get to
Where
you.
there-
Don't you worry.
where
I
there's
have
smoke,
not
there's
forgotten
fire.
about
but
that.
like, yeah, fire follows
just wanted to-
smoke. Fighting,
Yeah.
fighting follows.
I wanted to have all the plot beats in a row before I hop back into character to make sure that I was gonna hit everything. So okay, so we got Elena's thing, we got Sim's thing. I talked to a guy that I think just told me that like all the factions are really doing a lot of business down below, and that I want to say the collective has control of the elevator, right?
Yeah, I believe that
Okay.
was last word. You were talking to Sam at
Yes.
Sailor's Rest. That's right.
I remember this. I recall this.
Yeah, Collective kind of seems to be holding it, but I think the big thing you heard from was it Jester Lapata? That's not right.
Jackson.
Chester. Was
Chester?
it?
I thought it was Jackson.
Jackson. See, you know what? I can't write a damn thing.
Hey.
Okay, Jackson Lapata was like, yeah, the Collective, and it seems like the Unit Miners are kind of butting heads over, who's getting access to resources and control of things, and so uh, maybe there's some odds you could play against each other, some salt in that you could use to create a gap.
All right. Anything else we want to make sure we have on the table out of character before we hop back into actually talking about this in character?
And remind me what happened with Elena talking with like the media. I know that was I think that was 2 sessions ago. We're
definitely gonna hit that because that did happen, and you did definitely immediately spill your family name, and there was some obvious talk about
They
what they were up
recognized
to.
who I was.
That's true. That did happen, and they were definitely like, "Are you aware of what of the shit your family is got going on with SSC, and are you here on their behalf or other shit like that?" I feel like that was among the subjects of conversation. Trust me, I was prepared to bring that one up. I didn't forget that one at all.
Cool. I wasn't sure if it was resolved in the session I wasn't here for.
No, we definitely need to hit that one. Let me tell you.
Word. All right, cool. And that's all I got. That's my contribution.
Sexy. I think we're locked in then, gang. Are we ready to dive back in?
Yeah.
Let's fucking do it. All right.
Make it a fan.
I think you're muted, Herman. Herman, I think you're muted.
Herman. You're muted.
Well, that's what the caption ninja's for, right?
I can't read it. I'm not there.
I looked for a second on stream and the only thing I saw was oh fuck.
I was just saying, sorry we had to do that live, because that's 100% my fault for being too far away from my house.
No, that's okay. It's
the World Cup
an extended recap for the people.
Exactly.
The World Cup is great. It's terrible for traffic.
I feel that.
Yeah.
That's the thing we make.
Anyhow, yeah, I'm ready.
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
Sorry. All right, so we swept the city, fought a couple different factions. Each of them seemed to have their own relative goals. Made our way towards the black market, along the way encountering some hangers-on who had some questions. Scoped around, gathered info, and made our way back here. My timeline seem reasonable, or am I missing anything?
That seems right to me.
All right. And he kind of in a surprisingly, I don't know, not leaderly, but leans forward somewhat. All right, let's break it down. Let's start with the press then, because that happened first. They caught you by name immediately. What do we think that means? And he's directly looking at Elena with his one good eye.
That my family identifies itself in a very ostentatious way, and the word Victore is written across my mech.
Okay, valid point.
And they hooked onto it because there is an SSC plant here.
Which is news to us, I think, yeah?
I don't think it was specified that it was here. We knew that there were corporations under the water.
Right. So corporate interests on top of whatever else is happening with the rebellion here. I can't imagine whatever SSC is doing here has Union's best interests in mind. So Do we think they're funding some of the fighters down there?
We found that it's possible. I spoke with a gentleman by the name of Lapata that gave me a little bit of a rundown. Basically, that the companies are staking in to try to influence what's going on in Tremu.
All right.
I did get him to agree to contact me should SSC make a move.
That's an easy tripwire. Makes enough sense.
Yo, Elena.
Yes.
It's probably an easy question that I just don't have the answer to because it wasn't my problem until just now. But how is your family gonna react when, the information that press sort of broadcasted gets to them? Is that gonna
That's
be a
not a little
problem?
question at all.
They're not going to be happy about it. They want me to lay low. I don't know if you were here for this part, but the last time I talked to a representative, they tried to strong arm me into hiring mercenaries to take over our position.
So, how unhappy are they gonna be?
Do we need to disguise your mech? I'm
No.
not worried about them as a corporate entity. Maybe I should be, but I at least think Union forces and Union backup can protect us from the worst of the direct attacks that they might try on us. But I want to make sure that you feel safe as an operator. Do you think it puts too much of a target on your back?
I think she kind of pauses for a second before she responds because that concept of a thought had not occurred to her at all. She's been in
Which thought, the idea that SSC might target us?
No, that she specifically should be operating in a safe capacity, and if she didn't feel safe, because since she's been in flight school, it has been fend for self. So the idea of like having to back out to make sure that she's safe is not a concept to her. So
this is I mean, the girl came up in pro wrestling, so personal safety pretty important there.
Don't work yourself into a shoot.
She so after she kind of pauses for a second, she says, I have full confidence that I am and will be fine.
Damn right. They're your colors. You should fly them proud. So fuck what they think.
So I can't redecorate your mech.
No.
Shit. They go back to their fan.
Do you not like my
Sim's
mech?
Sim's eyes do bug out at that though. That's an option?
All right. I do think there's a point to what was being said, though. We already have Harrison at least somewhat sniffing our asses. And if your family's going to be pissed at us, well, we know who's backing them or who they have who they're tied in with. Especially since they're already invested on this planet, we probably shouldn't consider SSC on our side either. It's not
CKTB, all the big names.
Yeah.
That's why all you're gonna have is GMS.
Let's piss off every major corporation. The campaign.
Yo, hey.
You're next, IPS North Star.
Horus is probably at least net neutral on us.
To be
Hey, that's something.
Oh no! Oh no! It turned just in a face.
Oh,
Oh
we're cooked.
no!
Depends on the. I don't know. Horus isn't really a corporation, I guess.
It's kinda
Horus
there.
isn't a corporation. I thought at least that would keep you safe. Oh, Turk, do we still have you? Okay.
Yeah.
Whew.
You still have me.
Oh,
Um, Sim will kind of leading on after that. Well, I made initial contacts with the collective. I think if we're going to make real progress, our focus shouldn't be on supporting the TDF, but we should probably be making inroads with local factions and local civil servants, not military officials. TDF seems like they're poised to declare martial law as and take over all government functions. Anything we can do as union to keep that from happening, be that working with the collective, I think puts us in a stronger position to broker peace.
The Commandant wants a war. I agree with you there. It's not a bad plan.
That does likely put us even more working against any corporate interests on the planet. All the corporations, most of the corporations that would be operating in this sector profit heavily off of the sale of arms. If the Commandant and the Corps want war, there's money in it.
I think Reggie looks like he was about to Reggie actually looks like he's about to ask someone something, but then kind of closes his eyes for a second. If we can get our hands on a mech that even looks slightly like it might have SSC parts or even an SSC chassis or frame based on it, attached to any of these factions, that's a paper trail we can follow. I know for a fact Talon could break it down and trace it. Isn't Talon, if I got an SSC mech, could you trace it? It's literally just, I know if I got an SSC mech, Talon would trace it. Just not even a question.
Talon, I think it just gives a nod, a very knowing nod. It's almost not the first time because they were smiling earlier about decorating a mech, but it's the first time they smiled because Reggie said something.
See, I'm endearing sometimes. Anyway. All right. Well, between SSC, the collective, whatever the Lightless Sun have, and finding whoever we can is going to be non-involved with the TDF or anybody too militarized, that points us really in one direction. It's below the surface. The collective have the elevator, it sounds like, but...
Sorry.
I hate you. I'm going to send you a pipe bomb. There is no bid. Fuck you.
There is no bid!
Sorry.
There is no bid. Immediate pipe up.
All right. Anyways, talked to a guy named Sam over at the Sailor's Rest. He seems reasonable and knowledgeable enough about how things were working around here. The collective have the elevator, which is the primary route down, but most of the factions are operating down there as their primary holdout. They're talking to each other somehow. We don't need to be in a room with all of them, but if we can get in a room with a few of them, there's more answers than we have questions. Points us somewhere, at least. He kind of leans back somewhat, and I don't want to say it's literally a bit of the old Reggie, but it's a very reclined slump, leans back somewhat, slumps his shoulders. Inohara's gonna hate this plan, you know that, right?
Oh, if we worried about what Inahara thought of any of our plans, well, we wouldn't really have any plans.
No argument here. I can keep him busy with a couple of requests I have for requisition for the Kingfisher. If we're keeping that bucket of shit, we might as well make it pretty.
We also need... We should also reestablish contact with the local AIs, make sure that they have everything that they need. If we're gonna make inroads for peace talks, having our faces be the ones, having Union be the face of contact with local civil service is a priority, I think.
Agreed. We should handle that before we head down. Before we head down to the surface. Gotta put you and Talon on that.
Happy to do it.
Look at me.
Alan just sort of glances over at Sim and gives like a small smile.
Sim barely avoids starting to flush.
Also, just for not for context, but just to say, you all watch as Talon like throws something, like whatever we're working on. It looks sort of like a cube, but in the middle of the cube, it looks to be like there's sort of like a little mini fan in the middle of it, almost suspended in the middle of it. They throw it like up, they throw it like clatters it, and it clatters across the floor like into the middle of the room, and you all hear like a very small like whirring sound, and the room starts to get just a little bit cooler.
Not bad. Well, while those two handle that, we took prisoners from last mission, and they're gonna have answers we can get out of them too. Victoria, you mind accompanying me to have a conversation with them?
Can do.
Jonesy can come too. Don't worry.
Jonesy wants to join us.
Jonesy's gonna come to conversate with the prisoners too. That's great.
All right.
All right. So we've got a game plan. We split up from there. Get that figured. Using your downtime for repair or whatever side quest you got to take care of. Regroup back here in, I don't know, 12 or so. Get some good rest. Tomorrow we head down. See what we can find.
I'll give a thumbs up.
Can do.
All right. Shit, did I just debrief?
You did. Congratulations.
Like 7 out of 10.
We should probably loop it in Ahara at this point. Let him know at least we have a plan, even if we're not going to tell him exactly what it is just yet.
You want to do that before we go to the question? The prisoners, I guess, would just be the word.
Probably for the best.
All right.
All right. We going to him or we calling him? I don't feel like getting up.
Oh, I bet you can make him
What?
come here if you tell him you were on passion protocol.
All right, let's go. And just immediately gets up. You've enabled Brat protocol that I'm angry about it. We're moving.
Sim, could you roll me a d20, please?
Oh,
That's terrifying. Oh shit! Right, the game
17.
uses dice. I should have those.
17. Cool. All right. Thank
that's
you.
a good point, huh? Huh? What do you mean? What do you mean? Thank you. What do you mean by that?
I don't like that.
Right.
That's that.
Continue on.
I
No,
don't
you're good.
know.
Continue
Oh.
on as is.
Why?
Okay, no,
Why?
great.
Okay,
Oh,
all right.
No, cool. Yeah, no, continuing. Nothing
Sure.
happened.
Yep. All right. Well,
Word.
We'll learn what it means soon enough.
Ooh, don't say that.
in that case, Reggie will stand
Man,
up.
I'm here playing with a not open hand. My God.
Reggie will stand up, put a half-smoked cigar in his mouth, and then fish his lighter out of his pocket and hold it out, wordlessly asking if one of you will light it for him. It's hard to do with one hand.
Elena will do it, but she'll use her own lighter.
Respect.
You see, Talon almost moved instinctively to do it, but then stopped himself. Like they got up for like half a second and then like moved back down.
I'm gonna talk to you later. We're gonna deal with that later. I'm gonna talk to you later though about it. Don't worry about it right now. We'll talk about it later though. All right. Off to the bridge then.
Y'all don't want to wait like 5 minutes for my cooler to run out.
Bring it with us. It's pretty cool.
They go pick it up. They didn't want to move. They just wanted to stay there.
Nah, mood. All right, gang. We're bridge bound. I keep using my right arm. I gotta be in character more. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
All right, Turk, we're off to the bridge.
You make your way up to the bridge, working your way through, just a few hallways. It's a pretty streamlined ship, so once you guys know your way around the Savage 21st fairly well. Some more than others. Yeah, getting up by, obviously with a landed ship, it's not quite the same hub of activity as it might have been even in orbit, but Inahara is there, kind of discussing some logistics with a small group of officers. And we'll kind of give you all a kind of passive little hand and look before sort of seeming to wrap things up. And of course, comes your way. I take it that your being here and, well, the glowing messages we are receiving from Sandrine means that everything went off without a hitch.
I mean, you know us well enough. Do things ever go without a hitch?
I have to ask, was that sarcastic or was that genuine? This is the player asking.
Yeah, I think he intended. I think I intended him to say it genuinely. So yeah.
Okay, great.
You're all standing here. You're all standing here, and he's not.
Great. Okay.
No one's dead, and he's true. As you might learn.
Hey, listen. The last time we went off on our own, we came back without virtue. So I can understand the concern.
Just want to make sure.
There's going off on your own, and there's going off on on and off with allied. It's a big word, but aligned forces to pursue an objective that was very clearly defined. Kill a bastard is hardly what I'd call a clear mission opera.
Went off well enough. A couple of scraps here. There was some different factions, but nothing we couldn't handle. Found a little black market town hanging around. Scooped it out for some intel and then headed back. Nothing too major.
Good. Nice cleanup. That's what I like to hear. Anything else worthwhile before we potentially have to have a little love talk, a little post-coital with Sandrine?
Phrasing is crazy. Sorry. I think he just kind of leans back somewhat and just gain a bit more information about how things are operating on the planet overall. A couple leads on a few more actors who might be around here. Nothing solid yet, but things we're going to follow up on.
Heart gives you a nod. Does look over to Elena. Lieutenant, any other details to disclose?
Also, Al, hurtful?
He's gotta respect the chain.
That's about the gist of it. We're like you said, we're going to be pursuing our seconds.
But more importantly, and he kind of goes onto a little data pad and I assume this is all according to plan, and a little news article. You'll all get a quick little PM, I don't know, like a Teams notification style thing.
Stop! Don't call it that. Stop. Sorry.
No,
That's
no,
that's
you're
just-
right.
I
I know,
almost
I
had
know.
card gang. I'm not gonna lie. Fuck, don't call it that. Don't do
No,
that.
but the equivalent of a quick chat. I'm also untuning my brain from work right now.
I
So,
gotcha.
but you get the equivalent of a quick little ping to a link in an article. You know, it's a number of different coverages, kind of like a ground news sort of site. You know, clearly sponsor us,
Non-sponsored content.
sponsor us, sponsor me. Anyway, but like it's a list of articles and stuff like that. And top one that does come up that strikes your eye, Elena, would be Vittori family back in Union good graces. Vittori legacy back in the field and fighting on the side of Union. Could this mean a quick end to the case? Others will note that like Union's intervention on Tremu continues to aggravate, tensions, or peacekeeping task force deployed. Union's next steps unclear, but fighting for the cause. So you're kind of getting a mixed bag sort of deal. But that first one really sticks in your. I think that's the first one that kind of can get stuck in your teeth a little bit there, because that's like, oh boy.
And I think that's also kind of the expression that she gains, that sort of stuck in the teeth, like she's running her tongue on the back of her teeth.
It's a teeth sucking article.
And she says, so that was not the intention. It was
I thought it was.
It was an anticipated move, but I've got it under control.
I trust you do. I truly do. I just need you to be aware now there's a lot of eyes on Sheba right now. Least of all is third comms.
Yes, sir.
What we do here, as far as we establish modus operandi, is going to set the tone for a lot of other conflict zones that have escalated here around Cradle. More importantly, it's going to set the tone to how we pursue Unival.
We will operate by the book, so that there isn't any qualms with Union.
He kind of gives a look over his shoulder to anyone listening. Frankly, I don't need you to go by the book. I need you to keep this clean enough so that they take any and all restraints off us. If we got to be crisp, clear, and starched collar the whole way through this small campaign here, so we can bring all the guns to bear down on an angry little program, I'm all for it.
Yes, sir.
And he kind of looks over all of you and if any of you mess up our chance at shutting down an overgrown dating website, you will answer to me.
Understood.
Why is he like this today?
He prefaced this with he was having a conversation with a bunch of officials, so I think we understand what the.
Having a rough one. I understand. Dad's tired. It's okay. I get it.
He's talking about post-coital restraints, fucking overgrown dating website. My God,
We gotta get you laid, Cap. This is bad.
I think
in a hard, I'm
Talon like
so hard it applies to the ship. Scoots it a
oh
foot.
god.
Gives an apocalypse rail dice for his death. Yeah, you are correct.
Ah! Danny, please say the fucking thing you were going to say.
Not anymore. I think I lost it. I think it's gone.
Oh
No, Talon. What was I gonna do? Talon's gonna just like slink over by like Sim, take like a sort of like a half step, and sort of like whisper like, "Is he always like this?" I guess
But
right?
Sim is going to emphatically, like subtly but emphatically shake her no.
Counselor nods their head. And then they like the little cube fan. Looks like it's closed, so you don't see the inner fan anymore, but it still feels sort of like cool to touch it. And they hold it out to Sim to see if she wants to play with it.
She will play with the cube fan.
Great.
I feel like
Is this flirting?
Sim is not set up for tremute. Fuck.
Kimbo, you had.
Tremute. I
Kimbo.
don't think I have it anymore. This planet's humidity and heat, so she is just like constantly like a little sweaty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
Gorgeous
she'll
bitch.
kind of get the underside of her face and be like, but she's still got sweat rivulets like running down every so often.
I just realized something that we're gonna keep going, but I just realized something.
You gotta share with the class.
I will write it in the chat. Continue talking and moving on.
It's that serious. Okay, great.
Okay. Sorry, I was so distracted by the phrasing that I wasn't sure what overgrown dating app we're trying to destroy here.
Unival.
Unival.
Wait, that's actually my favorite Unival slander. Top tier Unival slander, actually.
Oh my god.
That's one in the book. That's in the book.
Okay. Good.
All right.
Good.
All right. Well, aside from whatever the hell you've got going on with you today, Cap, you should know we've got at least a couple of plans.
If you have plans, I'd love to hear them, find out any way we can assist.
That's the reason I'm offering. Kind of point the thumbs over towards Talon and Sim. Send those two back into town and talk to the local NHPs. If we're going to head out, we're going to need to make sure that they're perfectly equipped and locked in on things. We also figured that if we're going to actually make some inroads towards peace, we need to make sure that we're working not just with people who are militarized. We need to get them on our side as well.
That's a hard agree here, so... What's the plan to achieve that?
Don't look at me. Sim's plan.
We've already made inroads talking to local AI and local civil AI and operators. I'm going to go in and check in on them and see if they have any other inroads with other local factions. Tremute Defense Force, the TDF is positioned such that they're oppositional to anyone that we would want to bring to the negotiating table. I don't think that's a great hand for us to play from. My hope is that by working with local civil governments, we can potentially build a wider coalition that head of TDF can't argue with.
Everything to the table. I like the plan.
Definitely doesn't mention I'm about to go hang out with enemy combatants, but
hey, listen, we're playing. We're giving the generalized plan here. I think Rachie will even pivot away from that before we hit that conversation by going. While they handle that, we picked up a couple of friends while we were on our last sortie. So Elena and I are gonna go talk with them, see if we can't, I don't know, bring out a few more answers.
Well, they are registered pilots. I did see them come in for medical intake. They should still go by basic combat accords, and Well, we'll have a DOJ HR. We have a DOJ HR officer on site, so look, don't get anything to get yourself court-martialed.
Me breaking protocol? Come now, Captain, that's offensive.
You just learned protocol when we picked you off that ice planet.
Just shrugs. Speaking of which,
Point
Your
being,
Talon laugh for like 2 seconds. Just like they like stifle a laugh.
point
damn, that's
being,
BO niggas.
they're all set for questioning in sufficient quarters, and you are free to interact with them as you like, as a group or individual.
Well, after we get that squared away, which makes enough sense, we're gonna regroup for a bit, probably rack up for some rest, and then we're headed down below the surface.
Just like that.
Yep.
Do you have a
Every
plan?
major player involved in the planet is down there. We're gonna rub some shoulders, make some conversations, get to know the locals.
He kind of gives you a look like with violence, or
He just shrugs again.
he gives a look over to Elena like, should I expect a chewing out from this, or are you gonna handle this?
Is kind of thumbs up, like she's got it. It'll be
Kind of gives it then a generalized look to the other two, just everyone's on board, like checking the crew readiness, like that no one's being dragged along.
Talon just like maintains eye contact for an extended period of time.
I love the it feels like autism jujitsu. You know?
I think
Right.
Reggie does kind of.
I can make you
I think-
uncomfortable with this too.
I think Reggie does like pick up on the captain's like okay, and it's like your hesitation is understood but unwarranted. Shouldn't be anything you have to worry about getting you in any trouble with, especially not with any of your uppers in the union. We're going in without contact, cutting off any ties or symbols for the bit.
Well, and that's a shame. The Half Nelson's got a open flight plan.
He kind of tilts his head, not quite knowing what that means.
I think that means we could take the half Nelson
Oh, sweet.
with us.
If Phoenix were to be press ganged into any sort of operation by a sanctioned union wing,
There's a very slow and very ragey smile slowly building on his face.
Hey, Talon, you were talking about redecorating recently, right?
Talon has a very small, like slowly growing Talon smile on their face.
That's my evil twin! Fucking we evil in! Right?
Evil twin,
Exactly! God, Danny, I've missed you so fucking much. I'm good. I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna get emotional, but I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Good, we're great. Oh my god. God.
Elena kind of put her hand against her forehead and has that expression of what did I get into, and just
It's like,
turns around like, we got it. That's loud and clear.
speaking of getting our hands on mechs, I know we took in some recent, let's say, human captives. Anybody bring back any Rex or salvage? I want Talon to get a look at a couple of them, see if they can't snoop out anything important. If not, we can go create some.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
If not, we can go create some.
Create some what?
Some Rex. Oh, they were checking if like any like Rex or salvage got brought in, like, and the whole idea of like if Talon can get their if Talon can spot some SSC components or equipment that can be a backtrace we can use for later.
Yeah. Okay, my bad.
No, you're good.
We're good.
Right. So, as you guys get rolling here, Sim, why don't you roll me another d20 real quick? And how do we feel about maybe hitting a quick break?
Oh,
Super
yeah,
loving
break.
that plan.
It's a 20.
Ooh.
Is that a good thing? You can tell us, Turd.
I hope so.
Okay, I will get back to that once we get back from break.
Ah, the cliffhanger 20, of course.
Great. It's great.
Good
Bye,
technique. I like that.
everybody.
Everybody, keep it locked right here. Thank you, Raiders, for joining with us. Please stay. I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen. By the numbers, I think it has stuck with a few of you. So, yeah, we'll be right back at it. Please handle your liquids responsibly. We will, and there will be a test afterward. So, yeah. Otherwise, Meg, please, can you bring us to break?
Hello.
Hey, it's been a minute. Did you piss? Anyway,
Hold on. 1 second.
Uh-oh.
Just a second.
Uh-oh.
If we're lucky, they didn't hear it.
No, they had to have heard it.
100%.
They need to have heard it. They need to have heard it.
Can you guys hear us?
Yeah,
Can you hear us? Are we
I can hear.
audible? Sexy.
Yeah,
I
we're
hope
good.
we're audible.
Okay. It wasn't showing up.
I can hear
my
us.
side.
Alright, cool, bet. Let's fucking party down. Turk, hit that fucking music. Let's get into it.
Get into it. Tell you what, I got a scene because Sim, you rolled a d20, which means as we very nice. As we jump back in here, everyone else is beginning to leave, and you're going in. You are kind of uniquely built. I say of everyone, you're probably the closest to breaking the Dawnshore Protocol of anyone, which is important for some reasons and also others. And for this particular spot, it's very important because it means part of your consciousness does exist on the OmniNet. That unique wiring, the reason I'm going to ask you to roll these d20s, is I forget how we might have, if we described the, it's not so much the Savage 21st, rather this FOBS kind of OmniNet structure. But I imagine without a controlling NHP, as Inahara has detached the NHP core of the Savage 21st post, well, a lot of things. I imagine it's quite blocky, structured, base built, sort of straight from Staples bought. And so noticing something kind of breaking the frame here, cutting through the fence. Well, it's not so much that you so much see someone breaking through the fences, so much as you see that there are holes in the fence, that the fence, sure, actually doesn't exist. Online early OmniNet detection systems have apparently been brought down, which is enough reason for you to personally believe that this base is under attack. Not in a way that most people would be prepared to defend themselves with, but rather very quietly, very calmly. And already you kind of see the lingering fingerprints of a, person, group, hard to tell at this point, but someone's trying to, stick their finger into all the systems and root around for the important bits.
Okay, so I imagine that different kinds, specifically, let's be straight up about what I'm talking about. The nature of the prodding digits is going to be really different if it's a person who is just hacking versus if it's an NHP versus if it's an NHP acting under the guidance of a person.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like there's
Oh,
a
yeah.
scale there. Can
There-
I get
there's-
a sense immediately of where on that spectrum?
With a 20, I'm going to say it's very akin to a hybridized attack, such as something you would personally launch. Which is to say, NHPs are operating kind of in that Legion space. Though, of course, it's kind of like somebody playing a computer in chess. There's no extra mind naturally to defend itself, so to speak. But so the defense is there. You might have to get more involved here if you want there to be an active opponent. But there's also a human. There's also a human component to this. Very clearly, somebody from what you would know from your times in, being a op4 against your own security defenses, just stuff you test against for Mimi's sake or your own personal sake, your own automated defense sake. This does have a kind of, poking at holes sort of vibe that a human would be able to uniquely do. Not kind of hitting every bubble until seeing which one pops through, but rather, all right, that one didn't work, and kind of minesweeping it. You can feel the human kind of. It's a multi-prong attack, is what I meant to say, but I wanted to be artistic.
Yeah. It's multi-pronged. Well, I think if it were like a rogue, like a completely unshackled presence, the probing would less be probing, and it would more be like flaying.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. In this case, very much so. It's constrained enough that it's NHP and human, a team of sorts.
Yeah.
The size of which, uncertain. Is it someone like you? Is it multiple people? Is it multiple people plus an NHP? Anyway, you're getting hacked, is what I'm saying.
Me personally, or it's the ship, right?
The entire forward operating base. But mainly the ship, I guess, is the best way to put it.
I immediately message Talon, and say, we're under attack. Get, Scylla and Freya? Is it Freya?
Prudent interval.
Freya.
Oh yeah, get Prue and Scylla. The casks.
Yep, Prue and Scylla. Okay. I think I like to imagine that Talon wasn't like too far away because they were preparing to go on their part of the mission with Sim, but they were probably just off, like probably just like changing and reworking how they were thinking of things, and then they get the message, we're under attack, and then they just sort of stare at it for a second, like.
I think she would specify cyber attack, or omni attack.
Right. I think then if it's specified like that, they look at that and then they smile a little bit, but then they refocus and will go to, what are the names?
Prudent interval.
Interval and Scylla.
Okay. They will go. Would I know what they are?
Yeah, the casks for Prue and Scylla are kept in Sim's mech.
Okay, great. Then I will go rushing over to Sim's mech.
Sim is also going to let Inahara know that through like a direct. Actually, I think she's going to start doing the split consciousness thing of like trying to fight the attack, and maybe not like fight it directly, but like she's waiting for them to stick their hand in somewhere where she can like bend them at the elbow and keep them pinned. Is the metaphor I'm going to use. I don't want to grab their finger. I want to grab their wrist, wrench them in, and then pin them in place Like, maybe they'll have a little more access to information, but they also can't immediately slip through my fingers. And that's
And you're trying
ultimately what I want to do with Scylla and Prudent Interval, is have them help with that. But I'm also gonna go. I'm not gonna send it over comms. I'm gonna tell Inahara directly. Just kind of immediately double back and say, "This is happening. I'm dealing with it."
Right. Good. Anyone else you need? You have our resources.
I'll let them know as needed. So, if I wanna honeypot this twerp.
So if you are looking to, we'll start here, and then once you get your roll, we'll determine the immediate result, and then jump to others. But why don't you roll me a tag, maybe a hack fix?
A hack fix seems like the right thing.
And I will give you a accuracy if you let me tick a dial on the wheel here, as that would be kind of your description.
Can I get the name of
getting them in.
the wheel?
Security down.
Okay. Do I know how big the
First-
clock is?
I'm gonna say 4, because in this case, I'll tell you, it's 4. I don't know why I said it like I'm gonna say it's 4. Before this was detection down, but you rolled fantastic, so.
Okay. Sorry, I need to look at my narrative profile, and there it is. Okay. So, my average is that. How bad do I need it? I don't think... Here's a question for you.
Sure.
Oh, no. Never mind.
Okay, even better.
I was going to say get a hold of something, but I was using it to... The tag description is.
Do a d20 plus your plus a relevant tag, and we'll go from there. This is more of a check.
Okay.
Than a downtime activity.
That is a 14.
Plus your tags?
That's with the tag.
With the tag. All right. Did you want to take the accuracy for a mark?
Yeah.
All right.
That's a 20.
Fantastic. Okay, so a crit. Yeah, you're able to kind of seeding yourself more into the OmniNet than present actual space. You're able to kind of feel the number of prongs coming at the core systems of the Savage 21st. And in fact, by extension, most of the forward operating base here, automated defenses, security scans, comms, etc., life support would be a big one, and clearly enough, you're able to kind of push out a little bit of that security information, and as someone bites, grab, reel in, and then pin and hold down enough for you to... I'm not sure if you were tugging at your shirt because it was hot or also hot, but also with a 20, I'll say that you not only are able to freeze out this initial invader, you're able to feel the overwhelming kind of the number of people around you, and that the fingerprints here is like not corporate. This is freelance, if anything, almost like primo freelance stuff. Like the kind of icebreakers these folks are employing is the sort of thing that you expect a pro to use. Maybe even like someone pretty deep in the world of cybersecurity, or rather, its inverse, a hacker collective.
Does it feel like it's multiple signatures or it's one person?
You grabbed one and
but there's
firmly iced them, but there's multiple, and that's what you feel like. You kind of feel like the effect. You've cut off the one head of a Hydra, and as that sort of almost let's say a laughing djinn dissolves in your OmniNet hands, you kind of feel the presence of more cloud. That is only just alerted you to the full scale attack that has gone on here.
Is the signature quantitatively? This feels like the same sort of thing that could have happened to bring all of those radars down. This is my conjecture.
That could be fair. The kind of quality, the code and vibe that you're getting is that this is a very well coordinated system of attack that could very easily drop a hard pressed NHP supported system, or a bunch of folks sitting in a comms channel, it's just trying to do their best. Like this got under the initial event super easy because you managed to just kind of feel the brush of a hand across your hair. While you're processing that, jump to our non-tech affiliated folks. You guys potentially talking to prisoners, etc.
The game plan.
All right. Tell me about it.
I imagine we pick up on like Radiant and Elena like moving through the halls towards the brig or whatever section is holding prisoners, and he's like, mostly keeping quiet, but I think eventually as they kind of like get more down towards this, and it's just like, so away from everybody else, what are your thoughts on this whole mess?
Could you repeat that for me?
So away from everybody else, what are your thoughts on this whole mess?
I think that it's both going to be a great asset and a hindrance that we are speaking as a neutral party. We had it in with the general coming in because they were already starting to work with him. But now that we've shown that we've worked with them, it's gonna play others against us.
Your intuition is rarely wrong, so I won't argue with that. But all the same, we still have things we have to do down there. And if we go down there as Union pilots, we're icing ourselves out of any conversation we could have with most of them. If we go down there as just pilots, bare minimum, there's at least some people who might talk to us before they shoot us.
I think talking to these... I don't like using the term prisoners, but to the people that were brought back will give us a bit of an edge if we can convince them to weigh in on us.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. We're mostly here to get answers out of them, but if we can leverage them, that's all the better, especially with where we're headed. That does probably mean we maybe need to make sure we do this without as many eyes on us.
Has it been made clear what's going to happen with these people? If they're just going to be kept here, or if they're going to be released at some point?
Sorry, one more time.
Has it been made clear or insinuated sort of what will happen with these people after this conversation, like whether or not they'll be let go or they'll be kept here on the 21st?
Well, all proper protocols will be followed. So detaining until the end of conflict would be pretty standard. You know, you're not just gonna give up enemy combatants,
Right.
but if there's a neutral spot that they agree to stay at, that all factions would agree to send, but prisoners to, that would be Union's protocol. As it stands, Union ground is neutral ground. So if folks want to come around and be like, "Hey, we want our people back," we, feel like they've asked for their freedom, etc., that would probably be allowed. But these were hostile pilots. It's kind of in your power to hold on to them until this thing is settled.
Okay.
Like, good, not stupid rules, basically.
Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to make sure. And I forgot why I wanted to make sure.
Because you're a good person.
Yeah, I did just basically insinuate that Reggie might want to have a conversation with a little bit of the cameras off, possibly, so to speak.
Okay, then she would say, Inahara wants us to work cleanly, but it is against Union protocol to isolate and bombard. They'll be kept here until the end of the conflict as a whole.
Look, I ain't planning on roughing them up too much or anything like that. But I think if we're going to get all the answers we want to get out of them, there are some things we might not want to keep on the record just yet. Just walk with me on this one.
All right.
It's the reason I brought you here. This is going to get messy, but with you around here, you should help me keep it as clean as possible, at least. Someone ought to keep a leash on me, at least.
Well, your wife's not around to do it, so...
Guess that leaves it on you.
I imagine that there's a notice that comes over comms talking about, like, the ship being under attack. With the
No comms.
Attack. No comms. Ooh.
That was called out.
Spicy. So, we don't know about that. Cool.
Noted. Blissfully unaware. Carry on.
So, we make it to where
Yep.
the people are being held.
Yes. That's the plan.
Right. There are some, Union Marines, I guess is the closest you can get here. Drop infantry. They don't get a lot of action, especially with you guys around. But they're kind of guarding a hallway of doors. He kind of gives you a crisp salute. We have your 4 intakes. The op pilots offers you, sends you data for each. Each is a registered pilot within the system. Consummate professionals, the whole lot. Most are refusing initial attempts at identification aside from their leader, Phoenix 9. Goes by Commander Rigby Newman. That's room 1.
Yeah. Let's go sit down with that one first. And how many Marines are guarding the door here?
There's 2 kind of for the hallway. There would likely be another one, another pair at the other end of the hallway. So kind of 4 for the collective total, but mostly they're just there to make sure no one gets out.
Back to me. Looks back at Victore. You good to go?
Ready.
Just gonna
Let's go.
slide past. I think he'll stop quickly and just look at one of them. Name and rank, soldier.
Oh, well, sorry. Maxon Sixton.
Smoke. Sorry, go ahead.
Yes, yeah, of course.
And Reggie will pull one of his cigars and just take a couple minutes off. Shit was rough around here for a little bit. You could use the edge off.
There's this moment of like conflict, but like you're Ragey draws. You're, Valkyrie wing. And just kind of course. And he doesn't clearly go to light the cigar, but does like turn and walk away down the hallway.
Reggie lights his own, looks at the second soldier next to him, and passes the like tosses the lighter over to the second one. Go with him. That's an order, Corporal.
Sir. And yeah, you've got a hallway. That's one way to do it, I suppose.
And then we're gonna make our way in.
Elena is kind of fighting the not pleased expression.
Listen.
'Cause
If I'm in charge of this. Sorry, go ahead.
Because she's orders, but also this is not what you're supposed to do. So
listen. If I'm gonna run this squad, we're gonna do things my way around here. All right, watch this
we're gonna
shit.
see where it goes.
Watch this shit. Here we go. Take me to the Phoenix 9 door. Show me where this motherfucker is. I got conversations to have with him.
Entering in, you see what appears to be a perfectly suitable bunk, table, room, essentially. Cozy conditions for all those captured by our lovely squad here. Rigby Newman, as the file states, male, age 30. His head is half shaved, the other half slept over, kind of, I would assume, Viking, if I did not have the back part of my brain saying, unfortunately, white nationalist style. But the kind of look I have, the sort of thing that Polish dudes pretend they can pull up when they want to pretend to be Nazis. But he's got the overhang. He also appears to be smoking a cigarette. Reggie, I say, if as you are a smoker, you'd recognize a flash printed cheap shit tobacco. Right. About time with enough of the grunts. Probably about time someone with enough bars on their proverbial shirt showed up.
I get the bars all wrong anyway. Ain't that right, Elena?
Don't talk to me about that, Ensign.
Someone got demoted recently, huh?
Can I pitch Fobacco as the thing that people call
Fobacco?
Approved. +1. Reggie kind of just like leans back, good arm on a cigar, to kind of like brings it up his mouth for a bit, then puts his hand in his pocket. Comfortable, Commander?
Well, the first time I've been on the wrong side of the glorious third column, so I'm accustomed. I wouldn't say comfortable. Well, comfortable is with a lot more interesting crowd, but unfortunately, squad didn't pull through this time.
He says, leans over and kind of like adjusts the cot. You start getting uncomfortable in more comfortable beds, yeah? You start feeling familiar?
Oh, you've done time, I can tell.
Decade and a half. Spar.
Spar. Last I heard of Spar, that was a story my granddad talked about. Satcom stuff. You telling me you've still stuck on Spar?
Saw my fair share of shit around there. Thankfully got
Fair
scooped up by
share.
this lot, and now I'm, well, chasing down bigger fish.
It's a lovely sob story, and I hope the media picks it up because the Union could use some wins right now, Genesis Wave and all that. My point being, you are here to question me, and I'd like to let you know right now that I have prepped all my people to refer to me for any and all questions going forward. So, if you are trying to play us against each other, I want you to know that I've schooled them real good, and well, frankly, some of them might crack, but they're not going to tell you anything half worth a damn. You should talk to me.
Yeah, the grunts said they weren't going to talk. That's why I figured I came right to you. We can start with avoiding those cheap shit cigarettes, and Reiji, like, pulls out of his pocket and has a single cigar left in his pack, and will, like, flash it.
Well, I'm not going to complain, but you don't be my friend immediately after. You did kind of bust up my ride.
Kind of flicks it over to him. He ain't a half bad fighter for it. A couple better turns that could have gone another way for us.
Oh, sure, we can both pretend that's true. And he'll gladly light up and begin smoking alongside you. So, what's the deal? What are the terms I gotta get to not serve too much time as a enemy combatant on some browbeaten hunk of asteroid out in some system somewhere?
I don't know. Elena here hasn't quizzed me on that part of that part of the handbook yet.
I apologize. I did not realize who I should be sucking up to. Please, by all means.
Actually, step aside and we'll actually step aside and let Elena introduce herself.
Wait, you said introduce herself?
Or, you know,
by all means, enlighten me. If you'd be so kind, I'd love to properly introduce the person I should be properly groveling towards.
Lieutenant Elena Victore. A pleasure.
Oh, I don't turn off the Omnia here. I know all about you. You did that nice, pretty interview with the hunk of a mech in the background. Okay, that still counts as completing a contract, right?
Well, as far as your time goes, once the conflict's over, as far as I understand, you will be returned to neutral grounds.
Yeah, oh, alright. No need to calm me or assuage me. I've done this dance a few times, been on both sides of the timeout box, as it is. Look, I just want all my folks to make sure they get out of here in a halfway decent shape. And to, I'm gonna hook myself back in so I can hear a response. I'm done with this sentence. You know, let you know that I'm here to be as amicable as possible.
Reggie actually will cut you off right at where you stop talking.
Yeah,
sure. Go back in. Just be like, tell me about your squad. Where you from? I just started working together. How long you been fighting? How many you lost?
Oh, damn, you want the whole story. All right, cool.
I got time.
Well, we're a little ragtag piece. Mostly I'm the elder hand here. I've done a few terms out here, various gates and various mountain plains. You know, the old story. Corpos need fighting against each other. Union needs fighting against corpos, which they can deny later in interviews. So, you know, you get busy. But, well, falling with some well-meaning folk here, and oh shit, you know, these kids know how to fight. They've been security force down under the beautiful paradise. So figure I could train him up, bring him in, and get him ready for some action, somewhere north of the horizon. And well, unfortunately, it didn't work out great on the first, first real test. TDF ain't worth much of a damn on the planet. A lot of automated defenses and whatever that French-sounding fuck says. His little assault pattern makes ain't worth damn when you put up a wall for him. Yeah, point being, there are a lot of local kids. I say in a general term. I think Lorelai's about as old as I am. It's Splash 10 for the records. And he points towards you as if you're writing this all down. But yeah, they're all no one's writing shit. I know it's fine. But they're all union affiliated. It's just folks who came in, grabbed a scrap mech, and did what they could. They might have some security experience, piling some heavy frame for, hauling something or other. I mean, that was Tiny's excuse anyway. But anything else you want to know, you can ask them personally. But that's kind of the history of the squad, as far as I'm concerned.
That's good enough for me.
I just want to know that Elena is in fact writing things down.
I will provide information as needed.
Okay.
But you are already provided. These are all accredited pilots.
Yeah, they are accredited pilots.
Reggie kind of leans over somewhat. Your frames are all mostly standard chassis patterns. A couple of long-range fire support mechs, a few close-in brawlers, and a few skirmishers to cover your flank positions. Makes more than enough sense. To recognize all the basic patterns and most of the customizations you've made. None of them are out over special things. Anybody ever offer you anything bigger? Better?
Well, folks are always trying to be friendly nowadays. But, I told them, we're going to work with what we got. Few licenses I was able to scrap together. Few call signs needed recollecting. So, I keep it.
Everybody else fight and make the same call? Or do other people take the bait?
Oh, shit. I mean, that'd be a question for them. But I'm sure folks have taken, there's a few marks out here. Certainly would have taken a good deal when they saw one. Me personally, though, I'm here to get my mana and get out. I don't need anyone telling me about some higher cause or great political alignment. These kids, they fight for the right reasons. I mean, look, who's not a fan of, representative government and workers' rights, right? That's union basic.
Can't say you're wrong. A merc's merc, huh?
I'm here to do my job and get out of here. But I'm not opposed to taking out the quote-unquote easy way. Once I've been licked, I'll stay licked. And I'm not going to come around and bite you in the butt like I got some feud with you.
Yeah, that'd be a particularly stupid idea for you anyway. Threats aside.
Certainly would.
I'm certainly also here to do my job. And in this case, that means cutting right to the heart of this bullshit so I can get it done and get back to what's actually important. So, I'm going to make this really simple and straightforward. I'm making my way down below with my team. We're looking to make contact with whoever we can. And
he's pulling a gun on you. And what would you like to do?
I'm leaping at him to grab the fucking...
Roll me a weapon check.
The fucking... Where's my dice? I found them.
Elena.
Yeah, Elena.
I've got a
Elena,
14.
I will... 14? Oh, great. Okay, you've successfully grappled the guy. Elena, Radius leaped across the table and is starting to throttle grapple one hand that he was going to bring the cigar back up to his hand is now pinned to the table and neck at the throat. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize.
So she's going to probably wrap her arm around Reiji by the shoulders and the throat and pull him back and snap. That was not a weapon. Reiji.
Fuck.
Does he let go of Newman?
Yes, he'll let go. I think he's recognizing that that was not the thing he actually saw properly.
Lynn's gonna stand between the two for a minute as she kind of stares him down to make sure that he's coming back to his senses.
He blinks very slowly, only his left eye really having any light in it. Sorry. I'm shell-shocked.
There's shell shock, and then there's whatever you get. But look, I don't know the name of a good drink, but I know a few folk who are good at kind of. He points towards his head. Clearing the noggin.
Any corporate contact you've ever spoken with, whoever their reps are, wherever you found them, however you got in touch with them, and now.
All right, shit. Corpo stuff? I mean, between you and me and the walls, I think some few folks are taking some Horus contracts, but that's just like burning houses kind of stuff. I don't know what's going on, but somebody pulled up a bee's nest at some point.
I'll simplify it for you. Anything Harrison or SSC. The rest of it's scrap metal as far as I care.
I wish. Oh, Harrison pays a plenty. But, no, I just sworn I saw SSC contract, but that thing kind of vanished on me as soon as it popped up. I might have even been a mistake by an intern.
Reiji, who is now clutching his head and like covering his left eye a little bit, is gonna like move and just sit on the desk, lean over, and look at the commander with just the most haggard expression on his face. I killed you. I cut the cockpit open and watched you split in half.
Sure. I mean, that's what it takes.
Reiji, it's time for you to step out.
I'm fine.
You're not acting fine.
He's fine.
He'll sit up and stare at Elena for several very long seconds. He's yours. And he'll get up and start making his way out.
Kind of turns to you, Elena. I guess I'm yours. Really quick pause there. Let's jump back to the hacking subplot. So, I have T and Sim. Both of you are involved now. I think, Sim, you've reached enough to have a team extract caskets and have them kind of being carried along. Sim, where's this? Tell me where the scene's taking place, and then T, tell me a difficulty you're having getting the caskets to the location that Sim has set. After Sim has set it.
Where is like the area that has the most sensitive stuff? Or actually, where does most of the network traffic get routed through? Is it on the bridge?
That would be near the bridge. It is technically where the ship's NHP casket would initially remain. It's a very slim climb down something that's really not meant for most people to put in. The ship's kind of built around it, and so the effort you have going down it being so easy means that Inahara and team have taken efforts to physically remove the casket and that is physically dug into the ship and its various systems.
Is the ship casket? I assume it's larger than mech caskets.
Yes. It's kind of like a grave versus a mausoleum vibe. This is something that to pull it out, you'd be pulling up to the ground to almost a human height.
Waist, essentially.
Yes, exactly. So working your way down, this is empty. This is something that at the top of the, when you first getting acclimatized where Inahara's at, you heard that he had pulled the HP casket out after the Genesis wave event. This is something that the crew was kind of like, well, I guess we're flying on ComCon and goodwill, but, they're ready to work overtime anyway. The Savage 21st crew is solid. However, that is where you could plug in and feel really,
That's
home.
probably where she does this, and the thing she asks Inahara for is to send down people with ice and a tub, essentially. The old stick your noggin in the.
So, T, let me set the scene for you. You need to bring a lot of cold stuff and some caskets down to a very sensitive part of the ship. Tell me the difficulty you're dealing with.
I think the main difficulty is Talon attempting to do this on their own. For a large part of things, is they're not used to having like a group of people who they can like tell that, hey, can you help me get this casket? Can you help me? Or we all have to go in this direction. I need your help to organize in this way. They're more used to just doing things on their own, which is very difficult for somebody who is not very physically strong, to be trying to pull together a bunch of things at once. So even think just getting like the caskets, I think it's more like organization is like the big problem, is that they're going through a million theories in their head of what exactly is happening, but they're not organized enough to actually be getting done what they need to be getting done currently in an efficient way.
All right, cool. Why don't you make me a D20 plus grit, and at the same time, Sim, if you'd like to be making a roll to also again like defend, protect the ship, I will offer you another accuracy if you continue to try the let one in and take them down style method. But otherwise...
no, I think this has to be. My hope was that this was like a single entity with a multi-pronged approach, but if it's multiple individuals, I think system hardening is probably the best option I have, and I can take whatever digital fingerprint was left from that one person and then use that to kind of figure out who and how this is getting launched down the road. Does that feel fair? Like, I can look at some digital wreckage, basically.
Yeah, you're using the kind of wreck to anticipate other avenues of attack. Absolutely feels fair. Make me a hack fix roll. Sans accuracy, but still should probably be fine. You're at +6. It'll be great.
You say that, that's not making that one happen.
Grit, right?
Plus grit for T, yes.
Cool. Would I be adding my stay cool to this skill or no?
Is your grit higher than your stay cool, or is your stay cool higher than your grit?
No, my grit is higher.
Let's use grit in this case, as it's kind of your experience as a pilot and toughing out tough situations. And I want to give you the best shot here.
I appreciate it. 21.
Heard.
17.
17. Okay. So, you were able to neutralize another head here, Sim, where you're able to, again, put up a secondary wall here and sort of blop out the oncoming attacks as you kind of, the number again of tendrils is apparent to you. The various points of attack are burst back in one go. Talon, you are able to tough it out here, and then down the hatch, Sim, the part of you that is still present, your kind of human eardrum, is able to process the, of heavy clanks of NHP caskets making its way near you, as I assume you're in some sort of comfortable ice bath, keeping your body cold. The room now, your need for a room cooling device is not needed at all. As this room gets subarctic on a whim. Like, that is just a switch the ship can flip. When it hits Legion space, you hit that protocol, it goes up, and so the room is extremely cold for you. I think if you're not actively plugged in.
Sim's lips move, but no sound comes out. And the message comes across to Talon through this like vague awareness: in the bath or frostbite. But it's done with like pipes, It's like command bath, pipe, frostbite, YN.
YN. Talon gets the message pretty well. I think so. They will the second they get to this room, they make no questions. They immediately am I with people who are carrying the NHP?
No, you said it was on your own, so I assumed it's you doing it.
Okay, no, just making sure. I just want to make sure if I could have done it on my own or not. Then Talon will carry. I like to imagine they're using like their hand made of nano. Is it nanobites? Is it the official term?
Nano machines.
Nano machines.
Son.
Nano machines.
Nano machines. It's sort of like sort of like almost like lasso, like carefully pulling with like the nano machines from their hand to like properly bring these things inside. And they go in, they stare at Sim in like an ice bath for like 2 seconds. There's some sort of thought that goes across their mind before they immediately get distracted by hacking thoughts again, and they will go bring the NHP caskets nearby the tub before jumping in.
Sim would have given you instructions on the way to like basically like put them in parallel with her, so she's got ports like behind her ear. So I imagine part of that, like getting into the tub, is like lifting up her head and like putting in jacks to these two additional machines.
That, yes.
And then there is a port if you want to also put yourself in, if you have like internal hacking shit like they do in cyberpunk stuff, so that you could also be in parallel in that same sequence.
Oh yeah, that'd be so sick. If there is a free port, where is it?
Gosh, yeah, find a free port on Sim. That's the game.
Whoa, Captain!
Captain, we're on
How
one
did
today.
you know her nickname on the ship?
Oh no!
Disapprove button. -2.
That being said, you've got everyone hooked up.
Anything that's connected directly to her brain is like behind her ears.
Okay.
So nothing fun there. That's just a consistency thing. Yeah. But how's this for something fun? So you drop into Omninet consciousness. Or awareness. It's probably really different for you because you're not wired the way that Sim is, but when you see Sim in the Omninet, you're like, are you because Sim is absolutely done up in like she looks like the line that we ride with like the kind of Nordic Viking warrior meets like Maori stylings on top of that. That kind of defines sparry aesthetics. So all of that, and then you see that she's like she has a gash underneath her ribs. She's missing an eye, and her like arms are covered in tattoos. She's basically projecting like her NHP self is takes on the god form of like Odin, right?
Oh, that's so sick.
And so you see her, and instead of like saying anything to get you up to speed, she just like walks up to you, grabs your head, does like a very similar kiss on the forehead to what she did to Reiji earlier, and it just like downloads all of the information about the attacks and like what's going on. Great. And I think as part of that, you kind of understand like the name of the game is we need to seal as much as we can, but also see if we can put in a hook to lead us back to them.
Got it. I don't think Talon necessarily says anything the second they receive all the information, and sort of like their eyes widen in this space. Processing everything suddenly. They process it very quickly. And then they sort of just make eye contact with you and sort of like put both of their hands on your arms and giving sort of like a nod. Just so that they're ready, that they're ready when you are, essentially.
Okay.
Why don't we get a d20 roll plus a hacker fix plus an accuracy for the assist that's coming in to lay a hook here to potentially... Well, do you want to focus on blocking or do you want to set up the hook right now?
I think hook first.
I would say hook first, yeah.
Let's go ahead and hook some shark.
Is there any additional benefit to having the rest of the NHPs now working in tandem?
I'll give you a second accuracy.
Okay. Cool. Also, as a reminder to the three of you on camera, all of you represent characters in this scene as well. Don't forget.
Shit, right, fuck, I gotta remember how Scylla operates. Okay. We crash the fuck out. Hold on. The voices.
The voices.
That's
21.
A 21. Yeah.
Could you roll lower?
Scylla is that presence underneath the ship. At sea. Like the eye that you see staring back at you from deep water.
Oh, you mean my deepest fucking fear, thanks.
But that's the bit. You gotta you channel the fear to make big monsters scary. You're arguably the best person to do it. And as we all know, Meg's biggest fear is a well-kept hearth. Just kidding.
I mean, you haven't seen the state of my house.
But no, like as a interval is, it's the part of Yenneval that was about keeping people safe, protecting them, moving them safely into places unknown, and focused on like reminding them of home and community. So
First comp shit.
I don't know what you're implying with that, but
the Fire and Forget was a first com that you know the history of Prudent Interval was that she was part of a colonization ship. Took a while to get where they were getting. First Com was the people who did it. They collapsed, and in that period, they had landed. There are other people on Spar because fashion life travel had advanced. The Prudent Interval quickly adapted because, oh my god, we crash landed on the ship, and I gotta like adapt. I gotta quickly download local culture. I'm Unival. And then by the time SecCon comes around, had cascaded to the point of I'm Unival.
Yeah.
I am so bought the
And
life so much, but you got
as we all
OG
know,
code.
just Turk, for a reminder for you, Mimir is a big slut and kind of a dom. That's all you need to know.
Thank you so much. I know. How dare you.
It's Turk's deepest fear. It's how he can channel it into the
My deepest fear.
Turk's deepest fear is a powerful woman.
You attract what you fear.
Oh no, sighs crushing me.
Ah!
Big lady.
You guys are never gonna believe what's on the other side of that door, let me tell you.
This has been an unbelievably gay evening.
Call me H.P. Lovecraft the way I'm afraid of what's on the other side of this doorway here.
Oh no!
Oh. Anyway,
Right, we're solving a cyber attack.
with your collective attack, you are able to put up a very strong defense. So much so that multiple points of attack are captured, brought in, and iced. So much so that you feel the remaining presences pull back off and out, but not without leaving a little parting gift. It's Data and a DM, if you will.
Well, what we were trying to do there was when they pull, we can follow the line. We're getting somebody to pull a little Ariadne with the thread.
Sure, yeah.
I want to know who
And
did this. Where's the
I will say, with a success that you have, you'd recognize with the 21, you'd know a sacrifice fly. You know, this is a pop fly of a hook. Like, you have been given the feed, you got them. You block this attack. They are not able to get into your systems further, and you have built the walls in the places you know they would attack, and the places you're thinking they would attack. You're feeling like the core systems of the Savage 21st are safer than they would have been. And the line that you're pulling back from gives you a message. It's kind of like pulling up a shoe with a message in a bottle. In short, along with several expletives that I need not go into here, and a lot of really trash memes. I mean, like, we're talking brain scrabbled, like just fried images of the letter S kind of vibe. It's accompanied with a message: you're no fun. Not like the super sucker corpse who gave us some real fun. Shave, you need to go dive in to see what they're popping up with. Two things are immediately obvious.
Oh, can is it still open?
Sure, yeah.
Mommy can be fun if you want to swim with shark. And there's like a series of images of it. We're doing similar turbo memes, but these are like crab rave with piranhas.
You know, people
and
make like
then just like 16 different things that are all slight color code variations on magenta.
Perfection. You get the response of the smile, you son of a, from Jaws, but translated horribly to languages you don't think actually exist, but purely are like well, like Esperanto could have caught on and then evolved to this stage. You know, like these are thought experiments that professors have thought of and then plugged into NHBs to just kind of computate, kind of bullshit. And also, like, it's purple. I don't know. High purple. Uh, but the information you do get from this is that you are dealing with a Horus hacker collective.
Yes.
And that you've been giving basically like an approximate GPS ping of some kind of like big corpo facility on planet.
Okay.
Like, if you were to interpret from your own experiences as someone who has taken Horus licenses, actually both of you, and so this works perfectly. This is the most equivalent to, you got us. All right, well, here's your parting gift and a little something extra for you. Have fun. Goodbye. You'll not hear from us again.
I need help interpreting. Is that a sincere "you won't hear from us again" or "see you next time"?
It's more of a see you next time.
Okay. All of
it's
the...
a CUNT.
Yeah.
Ha!
All of the when they unplug, I feel like Sim has adapted some of the anti-cognition hyperfractal. I've talked about how one of the things that Sim has made that do is like people see the flavor of bacon, and it really like there's that synesthesia. All of these people are like unplugging, and they feel the sensation of being like freeze dried, and then they can't get the taste of really bad soap operas out of their mouth.
I hate the task of really bad soap operas. Mimi, get out of here.
And that's her little shithead parting gift.
Just as a note, while all this is happening, Talon is like essentially wanting to. I don't know the best way to describe it because my brain isn't working, but like having like a record, essentially, of everything that just happened, like having some sort of being able to like have a digital record of like where we were able to trace where they were from and the message they left behind, and
she's taking notes.
She's taking notes essentially.
Yeah,
she's digitally taking notes and having it
the
registered in some way.
Notes sheet.
She's taking OmniNet notes.
I'm taking OmniNet notes. They have like a bunch of screens around them that I guess like record into like a little screen that it's like connected to their arm, and it makes like a little like disc of information essentially.
I have to imagine that a bunch of this is just unparsable if you aren't there. I don't know, like it's gonna feel like scrubbing through a dream, right?
Yeah, it'll be like reading through a dream journal. Been tossed into the pants pocket of some jeans going into the wash. But location wise, you are able to locate a few places, on Tramu, specifically Kokili, that the cell will be operating from. You'd probably guess that as a fairly standard hacker operative, it'd be immediate next steps to scrub these locations and move on. So, anyway. Successful defense of the Savage 21st aside, I'd love to jump back to the remainder of our crew here and catch what they're up to.
After a second of thought, Elena is going to say, I'll be back in a moment to the commander and go out to check on Reiji. Because she kind of realized that letting him be not entirely there on his own might not have been a great idea.
You know, that's a good question. GM, how bad is it right now? How is it? Is it the voices?
Sorry. The voices. You're feeling fine now. Everything's fine.
In which case, he's just like slammed his fist into a nearby wall and just kind of holding it there and closing both of his eyes. It would have been the left fist now because again, I keep doing the right hand thing.
It's all good. You're not sure you've actually lit. I imagine as you slam it in, you like take a puff, but you're not actually sure you've lit the cigar in your mouth. So you go to light it
Every
again.
fucking time, classic.
You still with me?
Cognizant as I can be.
I'm not sure if it's a good idea for you to go back in.
I probably screwed whatever chances I had of it in with him with that stunt I pulled, so fair, but I'm fine.
You're the ensign. It's your discretion.
We got something out of him. There's an SEC contract he was going to sniff up about before I fucked it, so maybe you could pick something up. Maybe you could pick up something from there.
All right. I'll see what I can find out.
I'm gonna sit out here, breathe for a bit.
All right. So then, after making sure he's settled, she'll go back into the room. You mentioned, I believe we last left off on you mentioning something about an SSC contract.
Came in, flipped off. Not worth a damn. Like I said, numerical error, maybe. But then again, I'm a dumb Mac, so
Sorry for giving me a second. I'm trying to remember what I had in my head.
absolutely.
They're part of the collective, right?
No.
No?
These folks, he mentions explicitly the Union of Miners.
Ah, the Union of Miners.
No wonder he keeps calling them kids. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Kids yearn for the mine.
So she starts with the Union of Miners. Were you working with whoever is calling the shots?
Oh, you think I have enough pull for that?
I have to ask.
Not directly, but I assume. I mean, it's a union, so some council or another. Look, they set the oh god, I'm very Joycey with that for a second there. I'm so sorry. My accent's actually down here. They set the contract out, and yeah, that guy choked me so much I became a Jerseyan. But they set the contract terms. I jumped in, he taught a squad, brought them out for some runabouts. Made the climb, so to speak. Big achievement for them. But what are you gonna do? Folks want rights.
Which is understandable. And something that, like you mentioned, the union would be in agreement with. Why are you guys writing gay on the frickin'... Oh, great pride, okay. Sorry, I got distracted by the screen right in my face. Who did you work with? Is this somebody that we could get in contact with?
Look, I can send you all relevant details if you want, but it's unlikely they'll answer just any random Omni ping.
Oh, I'm aware. But it gives us an opening. Somewhere to start.
Look, you get me a halfway decent bed on some place that's not potentially under fire from some place or another, and I'll make sure that a good word's put in. Hell, they might even stop shooting at you right off the gate.
That is something that I can see about working on.
What do you see about working on it? And if it's done, it's done. I mean, like I said, I'll put in a good word for you. I will stretch my limits. I'll make sure everyone here knows this is the nicest I've ever been kept. Because frankly, so far it has, aside from the light choking, which, you know, I'm not going to say one way or the other, but, you know, I didn't appreciate it out of nowhere.
Yeah, well, I will apologize on his behalf.
I appreciate that. Will there be anything else, or
I know we're
should I
behind
let
you.
you? Oh yeah. Oh, and she's funny.
Thanks for the chat. And
Yeah. Indeed. And I assume you exit the room in swift order.
yeah.
So, folks, tell me, where do we find everyone as we bring our session to a close here?
I like to imagine that there's just like at the same time Sim or Talon going, we fought off gods, and Reiji or Elena going, Reiji had another meltdown.
Hey, yeah, I call it a meltdown. I'm perfectly
Reiji choked out a
fine.
guy.
Okay, all right, lightly, gently, a little bit.
Worse.
Uh,
On the clock.
we're absolutely sharing a big blanket at the bottom of the pit, having just gotten out and toweled as best as we can.
Talon is shivering. their hair is like almost covering their eyes. They're clinging on to Sim, even though they're trying to seem like nonchalant about it, but they're the most chalant they've ever chalanted. It's like they're so cold.
Having a very gay moment down there.
Happy Pride, everybody. Yeah, I think Reiji is walking with Elena because I assume, we're probably going to regroup somewhere now so we can talk about what just happened and get prepared for the next part of our mission, which was, supposed to happen after, before the horrors, So, yeah, I think Reiji is like walking with Elena, but is going to kind of like stop and sort of slump by a wall for a little bit. And it's going to just like, need to catch my breath for a little. Go on ahead, I'll catch up.
Funnily enough, nonchalant does trace his root back to Latin calere, meaning to be warm.
Huh? I don't know.
And
I knew that.
as we are incredibly chalant with all of our offerings here as it is Pride Month, I think that is where we're going to call our session for the evening. Fear not, folks. So I'll tell you what, next Tuesday, we'll be back. So, the wait is shorter than ever because this was a makeup session. Or should we say a face suck session?
Whoa.
But the point being, I hope you enjoyed yourselves because, well, this has been Tuesday Evening Fading Chronicle here on Neon Lights Roleplay. We have had the honor and privilege of being your team for the evening, and we have had so much fun doing it. And well, gosh, there's really no way to say this, but like, that's all we got. So we'll see you next time. But before we go, why don't we give our incredible players here a chance to sign off, starting, of course, as we began with Philly's finest.
Hey everybody, I'm Young Foxy, aka Big Foxy, also known as your favorite Fox Philly's finest. And tonight, I got to play the intrepid Ensign Raging Draws and face once more the voices. It's always the voices, and it was a pleasure to do so with you guys. If you're looking to find more of me everywhere you can find me, I'm usually hanging out right here on the LS Roleplay, where I am creative director, as mentioned. In particular, if you've someone that had enough of me or had enough of giant robots, you can catch me right back here tomorrow for the first of a 2-shot back-to-back of the Transformers RPG, as we do our charity 2-shot celebrating both Juneteenth and Pride. I bring you right of all beings. It's going to be great. There are going to be giant robots. There's going to be some queers. We might punch some fascists. We'll definitely punch some fascists. Come check it out. It'll be a great time. I hope I see you there, and that's all I got to plug. So, pass it to Vermin to continue sign-offs. That's how words work.
Hello, Internet Land. I'm Legendary. Of course, includes Twitch, Itch, Blue Sky, YouTube. I'm all over the place. I'm probably in your favorite video game. Tonight I played Symbiosis ads. Sorry if you're trying to talk to me Twitch chat. Firefox doesn't have a Twitch chat all of a sudden, so we're gonna try and figure that out. But thanks for coming out. It's been a blast. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
And it is I, Meg and/or Meg Mysteria. You can find me as such on Twitch, on Twitter, on Itch, on Blue Sky. As far as what's coming up, you'll see me tomorrow playing a big robot, big scary lady. Very different from here. Anyway, you'll see me playing in Transformers, and then we'll be right back around again for the actual episode of Tears of Divinity Fading Chronicle. Thanks, everybody.
Hello, I'm here still. Hi, it's me, Danny's Corner, and I have been Talon once more. I had a very, very good time today. I hope you all did as well. And if you would like to continue having a good time, at least when I'm involved, you can follow me. I didn't like how that sounded. You can follow me everywhere under the name Danny's Corner. I'm on YouTube and Twitch. If you think about it a little bit. I have a Ko-Fi where I take art commissions, where if you give me money, I give you art in return. That's like a cool little trade deal like that. And then also you can follow me on Instagram, where I usually post my art, and then also on Twitter, where I'm at Animated Pizza. Why is it different? Don't worry about it if you ask. It's something. But yeah, I had a really, really good time. Y'all are amazing, wonderful people, and I'm excited to be back in a couple of days to continue the emo journeys of Talon and and their best friend and being gay with their best friend's wife.
You really did do that, huh?
There's no way we can't not kiss now.
There's just no way.
It's Pride Month. You know what that means. We'd fight gay robots. That brings to me, hey everybody, I am Turk, or Turk Accented. you know. But I've had the honor and privilege of being your handler slash GM for the evening. And if you want to see more of me, you should tune in right this Tuesday. Come back. Come on. Hey, you wanna? We had light choking. It's great. We had Sesame and Lex. We did everything you wanted. We asked. Anyway, whether you come back or not, I will continue to be extremely proud of this game and everyone in it. So you should keep checking us out and join our Discord while you're at it. So, you know, as usual, thank you so much all for being here. We really do appreciate it. It's fantastic to see all the love in chat, all the raids. Of course, big shout out to Chalice and Glyza, both for sending their communities here for us to deliciously eat up. That being said, keep fighting the good fight out there. You know, it's hard out there, but God, if you can't start feeling the cracks forming because of all the effort you put in, it's time to push a bit harder. That's all I'm saying. But all being said and all being done, we've been Neon Lance Roleplay. You've been an incredible audience and, well, even better friends. And we'll see you on Tuesday, assuming nothing terrible happens. And the only thing I have to say is, Meg, if you please take us to our outro.